This film by Before Caledonia looks at 3 Iron Age Earth-Houses, Tealing, Carlungie and Ardestie, which are located around the Dundee area in Scotland. Earth-houses, also known as souterrains, are peculiar ancient sites. The original function and purpose of these stone chambers is unknown, with theories abound. Please leave a comment below on your thoughts regarding these enigmatic earth-houses. At the end of the video, I have put forward a few of my own theories. The site is a 28 metre long banana-shaped curve with 2 compartments. It's been laid out as a long, stone-lined, narrow chamber, which puts me in mind of Skara on Orkney. Tealing has a layout typical of the Angus area earth-houses. Cornwall in south-west England has many similar structures, which are called fugus, a Cornish word meaning cave. The 1st and 2nd century AD is the mainstream dating for the construction of these sites. In 200 AD, many earth-houses or souterrains were deliberately filled in, as if they were no longer needed or some kind of symbolic ritual to block off the site, as the ancestors knew the end of an era was approaching. Tealing was discovered by chance in 1871 during ploughing. It is thought a conjoined settlement may be underneath the plough soil waiting to be discovered. In our present day, 2 millennia after the site was built, only the earth-house is open to the elements. The dating of the Tayside earth-houses coincides with the Roman period. The dry and cool atmosphere inside the original construction is thought to have been good conditions for storing grain and other foods, possibly for the Roman army, occupation, or several local communities. Just as you enter the chamber at ground level, on the bottom right hand side is a cup and ring marked rock. This is an interesting and unusual feature, as this rock art is likely Neolithic or Bronze Age, which makes it older than the earth house, which is thought to be Iron Age. Perhaps this was intentionally brought from an older ritual site or a natural carved rock outcrop. At ground level, directly next to the passage, is an unusual cup-marked stone, which does not appear to have any rings enclosing the cups. Why would the Iron Age people reuse older petroglyphs from the Neolithic or Bronze Age eras and incorporate them into a supposed cellar for grain and food storage? Andrew Jervis, a local antiquarian, excavated Tealing in 1874, which was obviously before modern archaeological methods. He found the site was roofed with big stone slabs and sectioned off in a number of compartments. His 1874 finds were Roman pottery and glass of good quality, bones of animals, hand grinding tools, 10 quern stones which were broken, and native pottery sherds. Jervis also found 2 rock art panels in the stone walls of the earth house. Today only one can be seen. A few of my own theories on these chambers is a possible womb tomb into the Mother Earth, a fertility shrine, or a birth and rebirth chamber. Tealing Earth House is in the care of Historic Environment Scotland with public access. The site is 5 miles north of Dundee, just off the A90 road. While visiting the Earth House, there is a dovecot from the late 1500s AD next to the car park. Carlungie is one of the most complex and biggest earthhouses in Scotland. The passages were considered to be primitive homes or refuge. They are now thought to be cellars by archaeologists. Please leave your own ideas in the comments section. A few of my own alternative views are included at the end of the film. The site is located on rich, fertile agricultural land which may have been important to the ancient people in the placement of the site. Carlungie is a big site at 40 metres long with side passages. Around 2 millennia ago, Carlungie was home to farmers who raised livestock and grew crops. They lived in round-shaped houses made of wood. Similar sites to the earth-houses or souterrains can be found in northwest France at Brittany. A settlement of 8 above-ground stone-constructed houses were discovered during excavation work in 1950 and 1951. These would have been contemporary with the earth house. Very little survives of these dwellings, but we can still walk among this grand earth house which still survives in the present day. Carlungie was excavated in 1951 to 1952 by F.T. Wainwright. The site has evidence of metal or stoneworking taking place at the settlement. Excavation finds were a Roman amphoria pottery remains. This could have contained wine from Europe, objects made of metal, a stone mould for metalworking, a fire-making stone, stone lamps and native pottery. A brooch from Roman France was found close by which was created around 100 to 200 AD. This was an expensive piece of jewellery which was inlaid with blue glass. A few of my own personal theories for these passages could be a multifunctional ceremonial ritual chamber. Perhaps the local shaman used the site for healing, drumming and sensory deprivation, or was it used for herding sheep? Carlungie is very close to Ardestie Earth-House. The site is situated on the eastern outskirts of Dundee, just off the A92 road and 1 mile east of Temple Hill off the B962. The site is in state care by Historic Environment Scotland and signposted with a small car park, then a short walk over a field to the site. Ardestie Earth-House is a very well preserved site. It is situated in a farmed landscape which could have Iron Age remains waiting to be discovered. Please leave your own thoughts on the original function of these sites in the comments section. A few of my own ideas are at the end of the video. It is thought farmers from the local area would have constructed Ardestie's subterranean passage in circa 800 BC to 500 AD. Ireland also has many similar structures. Here we have the remains of a 24 metre long Iron Age Earth-House souterrain and its buildings which were discovered in 1949 during stone clearance. The function of these partial or below ground passages is unknown, and these sites were skillfully built by people from circa 2 millennia ago. The big size of the Angus and Perth and Kinross Earth-House souterrains may be a reflection on the farmland being more fertile. Living in the Iron Age era revolved around farming and also heavy and ritual. This may hint at the possible function of these passages. Ardestie is part of a bigger settlement including a collection of huts. Today's experts think these sites had become defunct by the Pictish era. Check out the stone-lined drain on the ground. Due to poor drainage, the earth house had to be altered. When originally built, the site was covered with slabs of stone which have been long removed. Constructions like Ardestie formed part of many Iron Age farming settlements north of the River Forth. Ancient petroglyphs are sometimes found at these sites. On the largest stone in the small circular area is two cup and ring designs. This type of glyph can be found on standing stones, stone circles and natural rock outcrops. Rock art can also be found at Tealing Earth-House. Excavation work in 1949 and 1950 uncovered a collection of buildings at ground level. One of these buildings had access to the earth-house. F.T. Wainwright excavated in 1950. The excavation finds were a draft vent, a doorway into an adjacent structure and a fireball. A few of my own alternative explanations of the site could be rites of passage and coming of age ceremonies, perhaps communicating with the ancestors, or a healing chamber. Ardestie Earth-House has public access, with parking then a short walk to the site. Carlungie Earth-House is also very close by. The site is on the eastern outskirts of Dundee, just off the A92 and onto the B962 road. Ardestie is not signposted and very easy to miss from the side of the road. Historic Environment Scotland care for the site. Thanks for watching. Please share, like and comment for a personal reply. Lastly, a megalithic thanks to our ancestors for bequeathing us these fascinating ancient sites. Before Caledonia is a prehistory project on Scotland's rich Neolithic and Bronze Age sites, which puts a focus on stone circles, standing stones and rock art. Before Caledonia also has a companion Facebook group.